What's up, y'all? We're walking up into the city of New Roads. Town Hall. City Hall.
Put in some FOIA requests about 2 months ago, and I've also applied some criminal complaints against some officers. I've never gotten an email or response of any kind, and we're trying to see what's the holdup, what's going on. And if I have to, is the mayor available? Shane. Yeah. I don't release my last name. I'm just with 17 Days Audits America. And are we talking about Theron Smith? Mr. Smith, who won the election? He knows who I am. He's not in today? Okay. When will he be back? Okay, so he's not in until January. Okay. Okay, so it's Cornell in? Okay, when will he be back? Okay, that's cool. I sure appreciate y'all very much. Yes, sir. So he's pro tem right now until January 1st, but he did win the election.
Okay.
Let's not block this young lady here. So what'll happen is we will call him on his cell.
Yeah.
I have his personal cell. I'll go ahead and call him.
I'm still gonna get the open records documents. That way I can fill out my own too. And
Yeah, we just need some open records forms.
right.
Isn't that amazing? Cornell's never at work and he's still not at work. Because he ain't doing none of his job.
Or being thrown around everywhere.
Oh yeah, well when you run around in the people's car with the people's money, doing drugs and hiring hoes.
Yeah.
Your own cops. Well, that's what happens. That's what happens.
We said it was the attorney too, though, that was
Yeah.
saying that they couldn't release any information on it or anything like that. So.
Look at this. Hey everybody, here you go. So we're gonna call this number here later and we're gonna report the city police captain for his misappropriation of funds. Because I wanna know why he's getting paid police money to play in a band. And there it is, right there. So we will be dealing with that as well. We got treat utility in the house. What's it up? Now Miss Lynette is really cool. She helped me once before. She was very sweet.
Yeah.
Let's see if we get the same treatment. Yes, sir.
They said, did you put in a written request?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
I put in a written and a criminal complaint on 3 officers.
Okay.
And then I was supposed to receive at least a response in 3 days, but I didn't get nothing. No email, no phone call.
You would have to have a copy of the request
It's at my house. Yeah, I'd have to bring it.
because I just talked to Ms. Lynette. She said she would need a request, but she don't have anything that she.
Wow. Now, see, here's the other problem I'm having, because I know the city attorney works for both the city side and the parish. I've been told also by David Jarrow, who has also filed the same complaints, okay, that I'm being blocked by the city attorney to even receive any information, which is against the law.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Okay.
All I can tell you is the information that she's
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, can I still go and get a couple of open records request forms? That way we could resubmit them, if anything.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It should be actual form. Y'all should be able to print us out forms. You know, even if it came down to it, y'all should even be able to write them out for us if we
Correct.
asked y'all to.
They would have to get a written request, that's all. I can ask Ms. Lynette again, but she's saying that they need a written request from you guys.
Yeah, but y'all have to provide a form.
The forms.
It usually has like a letterhead on the top kind of thing.
I've never heard of that.
Okay.
Nothing?
Open records
Okay.
request forms.
I'll tell you what, we could probably, what would you rather do? I mean, I know they need to have them,
Right. How did y'all submit y'all? You said you did it in paper form, right?
I did a paper form,
So
but
they should still have the paper forms here, is what I'm
That's
saying.
right.
Yeah.
So
Try going on the website and looking to see if they have it on newroads.net.
I did once before, and I wasn't very successful with finding it. That's why I eventually came here. Miss Lynette had given me the forms, but I met her over at the parish office. So I think she might have got some from them and was just using them here.
Okay, yeah, the parish is different than the city, so.
Okay.
I don't know if you got a form from there, if they even accepted those here, I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that she's just saying y'all need to put in a form, but I would check on the New Road City website to see if there is a form and then just fill out that request and submit it.
Yeah, there's got to be some way to do it. I mean, either whether it be paper, you know, being out in the lobby, or
Just make a form and write it and say it, put it in writing and stamp it and get it, you know, legally certified and then submit it here. And then we
And
can
just so you guys know, you guys have to keep those forms here for the public. You have to. And you have to availability the means to write it out for them in case they're hearing impaired or blind or otherwise.
Okay.
So just so you guys know.
I'm new, so I don't know.
Yeah. We're all about education. So that's
like
what
I
it's
said,
all about.
I'll
block
let those
'em.
guys know and then we can get there.
You got it. Okay. Well, that'll help. And I have actually Mr. Theron Smith's cell phone number, so I'm going to give him a buzz when we get out of here. Okay? Thank y'all very, very much.
and what was your name again?
My name is Larry.
Larry.
Larry?
And what's her name? With the folder over?
Well, she got to give you her name. I ain't going to give you her name. She don't want to give it.
Okay, I'll wait for
She's
it.
being recorded, so I don't want to. She doesn't want to get recorded. If her
Right. She works for the city of New Roads, though, which makes her,
She's a
you know,
public
a
servant.
public servant. You know,
She has no
so,
choice.
Right.
You know.
I mean, we're on cameras, you know, in here. You know, if I wanted her face, you know, I can FOIA request this too and get the footage from those cameras. You know what I mean?
We just like to be personal and see who we're
Right.
dealing with.
Right.
Y'all should work in city government. Y'all be good at it.
Well, that's kind of like what we do, but we do it from a public side. In other words,
Right.
we're here to protect the constitutional rights of the people.
Right.
And sometimes we don't actually, like you're new, right? Well, sometimes,
Do you live in New Roads, though?
sir,
Do you live in New Roads?
actually I'm from the parish, that's correct.
But you don't live in New Roads.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I
We
pay
can walk in any
taxes.
city hall, anywheres, you know.
If we're going to give you our name, you don't want to give us your name.
Because we don't have to. We don't work for the public.
And that's why she doesn't have to give you your name.
She does. She's a public worker. You
I'm
know.
not trying to be
which
rude,
is
right?
right. We're not trying to be rude, but you know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you,
No, yeah.
this is the law. When you work in a,
If you show it to me in writing, I can see it's the law, and then I'll know for myself next time you come in.
Oh, I guarantee it's in y'all's policy. It's in y'all's policy.
it's a nationwide policy.
Right.
Do you have a copy of that policy? Because I've never seen it.
Well, it's just like you work here and you don't know. You know what I mean? If we randomly come in, we don't know exactly every single policy. You know what I mean? At every state.
Good. If you guys recording somebody, you should give them your full name, and your address, so they'll know. So if they have any questions, they can.
Right. Well, the public's allowed to remain anonymous at any time.
Well, you're not anonymous because you, like you said, you're on camera. So.
But anonymous, you have a photo, but the name and speech is different than camera.
You know, protect something, they can actually take you to the court. They can pull a video, and then they can run your file, and they can find who you are.
Well, right. There is no secrets of identity anymore. You know what I mean? But what we're talking about is professionalism right now.
Correct.
Well, I mean, but that goes both ways, though.
But the public servants, you know, we don't have to necessarily give our name. I mean, this is, you know, we have a Fourth Amendment which gives us a right to our papers, persons, and effects.
Correct.
And if you work for the city,
You should also give somebody your name so you can know who they're dealing with.
And sometimes that's not a bad idea.
Sometimes we do, but you know, not in every
Hear
situation.
me out on this.
Because I was in the military, so I know a few things about government.
Okay.
So you've already swore an oath to hold up the Constitution already once, right? Correct.
But I also know it's a two-way street.
No, it's not.
It is. It is. We live in America, so just like you have rights, we have.
You do not have the same rights that we do as a public servant. No, you don't.
When they're especially officially on the clock.
And your rights.
You should be happy that we're here because
I'm not saying nothing's wrong with questioning things. But
Cool.
It's
Right.
a two-way street. That's all I'm saying.
Right. What I'm doing though is more education that, you know, as of the Fourth Amendment, we don't have to give up. But whenever you're working for the public,
If you want a cooperation, you have to also give cooperation. That's all I'm saying.
we don't necessarily have to give cooperation. We don't have to give our name. We don't have to tell you anything. You know.
Here's the big ticket. You want to hear the big ticket to it all? At some point, with that statement you made, my rights will be taken completely away from me.
Not necessarily.
Oh yes, because there's cops that are violating rights in this city right now.
And when the people speak, that's the way the Constitution is written. Now, you have questions and concern about policies and procedures, but it all starts from the Constitution of the United States and trickles its way
It
down.
does,
Right.
but I don't have
So-
questions.
But y'all's-
Just like
but you
the
working for the city
Constitution
puts you
needs
under-
to be revised, that's over 200 and some years old.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with everybody else's policies and procedures.
Yeah, but y'all's policy puts y'all to where y'all have to identify to the public no matter what.
Well, and
Just because I don't know the
I'm
exact
gonna
number
say
to the
that
policy.
Just because I have that policy, you haven't showed me that policy.
It's not for us to show you. You have to educate yourself.
And I mean, you need to educate yourself too. as
But we
well.
know the-
And
But we know-
it's a
but-
two-way street.
but it's-
When
but
you
it's-
give- you giving out information that goes both ways.
Say it like this. We were just in a situation not too long ago with officers right here in this town, sitting in
I'm not questioning that. I don't know anything about
Just
that
hear me
shit.
out. This is on the same grounds. That officer violated my rights without me committing a crime and almost threatened to shoot me because I wouldn't give him my ID or I wouldn't get out the car. So the bottom line is at what point do I stand my ground for my rights? You understand?
Right.
I understand you want to stand your rights from the ground, but when you're instructed by a law enforcement officer
To do anything, I don't have to
No,
do
we don't have to do
anything
anything.
unless I
No,
commit
that's the
a
reason.
crime.
That's the part I'm talking about.
Right.
You know, I don't always agree with things that officers do as well, but I teach my kids to respond to an officer because it's going to make a situation less. What's the word I'm trying to use? It's gonna
Escalated.
make a situation to where it don't escalate into
Right.
something it shouldn't be.
And to a child, yeah,
But-
that's one thing. But
Right.
to an adult, that's a whole other
So
game.
when an officer comes into a situation, he don't know who you are, what you're about. what
He's
you're
not
doing.
supposed to unless I commit a crime.
Not necessarily.
Oh,
Oh, yes,
Because
100%.
you're
100%.
in a public place,
Mm-hmm.
and it's his town, and he doesn't recognize something. It seems like something's wrong. He has the right by law to go up to you and question.
He could question, but we don't have to answer because that's our Fifth Amendment. Our Fifth Amendment gives us the right to remain
But at the end of
silent.
the day, when you don't answer, it just makes things more.
But it doesn't make it to where he can violate our rights because we decide not to
Yeah.
answer his
All that
questions.
would
What
happen-
did he do? Did he put his hands on you?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh
And
yeah.
threatened
Oh
to
yeah.
shoot us.
And threatened to shoot us.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Had his gun drawn and everything, sir.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's why we're kind of here for those
Yeah.
informations that we filled out. But like I said, I will make it a point to.
Well, just get us a copy of what you were asking for.
Okay.
And like I said, I don't have a form. I don't know about any form. But if you get us a copy, and then I'll make sure your request gets back to Ms. Lynette, and then she
Okay.
can run it up to the mayor or pro temp or whatever. And then we can.
So do you know if it's going to go across Theron or Cornell's desk?
I have no clue because Ms. Lynette is going to be the one that takes care of that.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll have to come back and speak to Miss Lynette when I can get the copies. But at the same token, please inform Miss Lynette, like I said before, she's got to have copies of the forms. Whether,
I will definitely tell her.
please. Just that way, if somebody comes in and they're hearing impaired or deaf, you guys can help them, fill it out.
But I would also check, like I said, on the website. There could be a form on the website. And then I think there's a way you can comment about things like that.
Okay.
And also, you can also, like for the city council meetings, you can.
We were blocked from the last one.
We were blocked from
Yeah.
the last one. Well, I would just say try to get on the next agenda and try to do it, you should be able to do that.
Okay. And like I said, I've worked with Theron in the past prior to his election, and he's been very responsive to me, so I might give him a call as well. Yeah. All right.
Y'all have a great day.
All right, you as well, man. Have a great day for
Thanks,
sure. You too,
okay,
man.
God bless
For
you.
sure. See, people, that is some uneducated public employees right there.
Highly uneducated.
Highly uneducated public employees
What
right
did he
there.
say? He said, no, it goes both ways.
It goes both ways. No, it don't.
No,
See,
it don't.
that's what they don't understand. We don't have to answer their questions. We have the Fifth Amendment to not have to answer any of
Bingo.
their questions. You know what I mean? And, completely uneducated. Well, if an officer, he says he's even teaching his kids that if an officer asks you something, just obey. Just obey. Just obey. You know what I mean?
But
And,
what I
we're
said?
losing our
I
rights
like
every
how
day
I did
because of
say
that.
this, 'cause you and I are thinking consciously here. For everybody watching this video, if an officer is asking your child something, that's one thing. It's a child. You don't want to be having a child in any escalated situation with an adult. But as an adult, if we can't stand for these rights
Right.
and hold up these rights, then what do we have? We have nothing.
Yeah.
The Constitution.
The
is
Constitution is always the way. And don't forget, always educate your public employees because they clearly are not learning a thing right now. I mean, they're still just in the dark age as far as, our constitutional rights.
As you can see,
So-
he's a new employee. He said he's a new employee, right?
Right.
So they've already taught him the wrong policy.
Yep,
They've
they already taught him
him to violate my rights.
Right.